There we go. We're good to go now. What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharpe. Here doing a live Q&A. I'm about to get some ink. Here's the stencil of it. I'm getting an American flag because, of course, I love my country. God bless America. So I'm sitting here. I'm actually sitting here watching a little bit of TV. Watching some Sunday NFL countdown. Hopefully the Eagles can pull out the win against the Giants today at MetLife Stadium. That is going to be certainly not going to be any easy task. But I'm doing this live from the TSR gym. Try and center myself. There we go. Excellent. So let me give some shout outs here. I've actually got this up on my, there we go. I've got this up on my, all right, good stuff, man. Epstein's Ghost in the house. Good to see you. Rigo Lopez Jr., Maleka Mebin, or Me Bain. I think I remember you from a while ago. Me Bain or Mebin. Is it Me Bain or is it Mebin? I don't know. I think I might have asked you that before. I used to live in North Carolina. There was a town called Mebin, North Carolina. Solo Mitch is in the house. Uru Fumin is in the house as well. Ben Silversweig is in the house. Ben Silversweig obviously clearly is not in favor of the plant-based diet. Holy shit, man. Ben was like, "No, it's a scam. It's a scam." I'm still going to do it. I'm going to do it for 3 months. I'm going to track all of my my numbers. I'm going to get a blood test done. And the reason I'm actually going to do or try a plant-based diet, it isn't for scientific reasons. It's not because I'm a tree hugger or I want to, no. It's because I saw people that looked like I want to look, big muscular guys, an Olympic weightlifter, a heavyweight boxer who, by the way, is out of Philly. I saw those guys, and those guys are telling me, hey, I'm on a plant-based diet. So I figured, you know what? I'm not going to listen. These guys, it seems to work for them. I'm going to see if it works for me. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm going to try it anyway. So it is Me Bing. Maleka MGTOW Shadow says, love your show. Chase LeBeau's in the house. He says, what are you getting this time? I am getting an American flag on my forearm. Getting an American flag. Because God bless America. I love America. That's NFL prime time. Wait a minute. It's already 12 o'clock. Holy shit. Oh, no, that actually should be on. I'm trying to get my... so I'm here at the TSR gym, guys. Just doing a... doing a live show. Gardener Earth Guy says, you want to eat living plants, you just pick, grow a garden. Yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to be doing in the not too distant future. Minister Jap is in the house. Good to see you in here, man. Minister Jap using one of his 18 YouTube channels. Yeah, my tattoo guy actually works for a tattoo parlor, and like most guys who work for a tattoo parlor, their guys don't like them doing tattoos. They, that's just how it is. Like you guys know how that goes. Okay, Bryant Jennings. I don't know. It might be. Bryant Jennings might be the guy who, he might actually be the guy, the heavyweight boxer in Philly. He actually went, he fought either Vladimir or Vitaly Klitschko. It was one of the Klitschko brothers, basically the distant cousins of Ivan Drago. And listen, the Klitschko brothers are Ukrainian. I had no idea that they were Ukrainian. Actually, I didn't know that they were Ukrainian until I started dating Tetiana, the Ukrainian girl that I got played by when I was in Vegas. She's like, yeah, Vitaly Klitschko and the Klitschko brothers, they're Ukrainian. I was like, oh, I'll be damned. Thought they were Russian, like everybody else in the free world. So, okay, he fought Vlad. Okay, very good. He fought Vladimir Klitschko. Okay, I knew he fought one of the Klitschko brothers. Okay, Nigerian Don. What face tattoo you getting? No, I'm not getting a face tattoo. I'm getting an American flag. This is just the stencil of it right now, guys. It's the American flag because I love America. All right, so Armando wants to, so my NFL predictions for this weekend. Am I good here? Okay, very good. My NFL predictions, man. Listen, if I'm being completely impartial, if I had to bet my life on, of course, the Eagles and the Cowboys, man, something tells me, listen, don't get me wrong, I'm pulling for my guys who are going to be playing the New York Giants, but it's the NFC least, man. I think both the Eagles and the Cowboys, I think they're both going to lose today. And if they both lose, by virtue of them both losing, the Eagles get into the playoffs as the NFC East champion. So we'll see what happens. Let me pull up today's schedule here. So Dolphins Patriots, I've got the Dolphins for sure. The Bills are going to beat the Jets. The Saints are going to beat the Panthers because the Saints have something to play for. The Saints want that bye week. They want that number 2 seed. And the Saints, if they beat the Panthers and either a loss by the Niners or the Packers, that gets them a bye week. Browns and Bengals, I think the Browns will probably win that one. A lot of guys playing. I think Freddie Kitchens is probably coaching for his job. He's probably not going to be the head coach next year. The Packers and Lions, definitely got the Packers. The Packers need to win. If the Packers win, they get the 2 seed no matter what anybody else does. The Chiefs definitely will beat the Chargers today because the Chiefs are trying to get the bye week. No, I do not have the Dolphins over Pats, Ozzy. If I said Dolphins over Pats, I misspoke. Now, if this game were in Miami, I would definitely say the Dolphins have a better chance, but the Patriots need that bye week. And the game is at home, so they are going to beat the brakes off the Dolphins. Bears Vikings, I think the Bears are going to win that one because the Vikings are going to be the number 5 seed no matter what. They have nothing to play for, so whether they win or lose, they're going to be the 5 seed. So I think the Bears beat the Vikings. The Falcons and Buccaneers, that's kind of a toss-up. I'll give it to the Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers, Jameis Winston probably playing for his job. And by the way, Jameis Winston is the leading passer this year. He has thrown for more passing yards than any quarterback this season, but he has also thrown the most interceptions this season. So Redskins and Cowboys, Steelers and Ravens. I think the Steelers and Ravens. I think the Steelers probably win that game because the Steelers don't have anything to play for, or the Ravens don't have anything to play for. Win, lose, or draw, whatever the case may be, they're the number 1 seed. So, and Lamar Jackson isn't playing today. Neither is Mark Ingram. So, the Ravens they're resting all their starters. So I think the Steelers win that game. The Steelers can get in. They can get in with a win, but they also need help. But the Steelers are going to be playing for a playoff spot. Cowboys beat the Redskins. I don't think that's going to be a close game. Or actually, I think the Redskins beat the Cowboys. I think the Eagles lose today to the Giants, and I think the Cowboys lose to the Washington Redskins. This is just how the NFC East has been, man. The one thing that gives me hope about the Eagles, okay, we lost to the Dolphins, yes, but we've beaten a few playoff teams. We went on the road and beat the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field on a Thursday night. Road teams that play on Thursday night are something like 3-21. And the Eagles went in there with their season on the line and they beat the Packers. They also went into Buffalo and beat the Buffalo Bills. And of course, we beat the Dallas Cowboys. So, yeah, we've got some bad losses, but the Eagles have got some really good wins as well. Colts and Jaguars, I think the Colts are going to win that one. I think the Giants beat the Eagles today. We don't have Zach Ertz. I hope we do, but I don't think we will. The Raiders are going to beat the Broncos. The Rams are going to beat the Cardinals. Niners and Seahawks, that's going to be a great game tonight. I think the Seahawks are going to win this game. I do. I think Marshawn Lynch probably gets 40 rushing yards, and then that's it. He's going to be spent. But I think the energy that he'll bring to CenturyLink Field, along with the energy that he brings to his team, I think he makes a difference there. So those are my picks. Those are my NFL picks for today. We got 91 people watching here. 91. Oh, wait a minute. I got to get the chat back here. Give me a second. 91 people watching. Let me scroll back up here. Loki Harris says, Donovan, looking forward to big things from you and the rest of the Red Pill community in 2020. Absolutely. Gil Vex wants to know Clemson or LSU. I'm going LSU. Dude, listen, Oklahoma, Big 12 teams don't typically have good defenses, but dude, Joe Burrow threw 7 touchdown passes in the first half. Like, that was unbelievable. Yeah, it's definitely going to be LSU for sure. LSU is going to, I got LSU. It's going to be kind of a shootout. I'm going to go LSU. It's going to be 40-38 LSU in the national championship game. That's how it's going to be. McGregor or Cowboy? McGregor's going to win that match. Cowboy Cerrone. Cowboy Cerrone will fight anybody anywhere. Actually, Cowboy Cerrone, if I'm not mistaken, he has the most wins in MMA history. As you guys hear, the tattoo gun starting. So now the inking process has begun. So I'm getting the American flag. James Harvey says LSU will win by 2 possessions. Yeah, man. LSU is definitely going to win that game. Ollie Nur wants to know who is America. No, I didn't say America. I said America. Tampa Supreme 813 says, what's the prime years for a man? I don't know, from age 30 to 50. From the time you're 30 years old all the way up till the time you're 50, those probably even 55, those are the prime years for a man. That's for sure. Lestat says, I need a banana gobbler tat. Absolutely not. Oh, this is a good one. Barcam 101 says, Deontay or Tyson, who's got more power? Deontay Wilder has far more power than Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder has the greatest right hand in boxing history. There is not a fighter who has ever lived who has a more powerful right hand than Deontay Wilder. It is the single greatest weapon the ring has ever seen. And I'm talking in the history of boxing. I'm talking Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano, Sugar Ray Robinson. Mike Tyson. I'm talking all of those guys. Deontay Wilder has power in spades. When he knocks down guys with the right hand, they do not get back up. The only fighter who has ever gotten back up after getting knocked down by Deontay Wilder was Tyson Fury. He didn't hit Fury on the button with those right hands, but he absolutely hurt them. I think Tyson Fury won that first matchup, but the edge and strength definitely goes to Wilder. He has far more power than Tyson Fury. It's not even close. Not even close. Malika Mebane says, what are your rates or prices for coaching? I don't talk about my rates on the air. That's just, because that's just indecent for me to do. If you want to know, go to donovansharpe.com/consults. Again, donovansharpe.com/consults. That's CONSULTS. I had to think there. Not the greatest speller in the world. But donovansharpe.com/consults. Big Brandon, the TSR Towers bouncer for the TSR Club, the TSR Strip Club, says the Banana Gobbler Cowboys will lose today. Wow. Grovelite says, any tips for a rookie doing a podcast? Just notes for me. Right off the top of my head, Grovelite, my first piece of advice is to start slow. Actually, you want to know something? Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to, because I've actually got notes that I did a consultation with a guy who wanted to know about what he should do, and about what he should do, podcasting 101. Podcasting. So I'm going to pull up those notes. There we are. But it was actually going to be podcast like a pro. Let me see here. Okay, so here's my advice, Grovelite, because Grovelite is going to start. He's going to be starting a blog or a podcast here pretty soon. And anyone else who's thinking about starting a Red Pill podcast, I would strongly encourage you to do so for sure. First off, you have to have extensive knowledge in terms of what you're talking about. People won't continue to watch you if you're giving them information that they could find in other places. Yes, and you also have to be able to uniquely give that information. Yes, how can I put this? You have to know what you're talking about, but you have to be able to deliver it. You have to be able to make your content consumable. In other words, you have to be unique in a certain way. But by the same token, like I said, you have to know what you're talking. And I know I'm talking in circles here, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that you can't. People are smarter nowadays. People know when you're parroting off of somebody else. Like there are a lot of red pill channels that have come up, and some guys have figured it out. Some guys have figured out, hey, listen, all I got to do is really just. There's one guy, and I forget what his name is, but he literally just repeats what Rollo Tomasi says. Like that's all he has done, and he's got 500,000 subscribers. He figured it out. But people these days, they're smart, man, and they will know if you really know your stuff or if you're just repeating what you've heard other people say. So I'd be very wary about sounding like other people. But and here's another tip: give anecdotal experiences, right? You can't be Captain fucking Red Pill. If 33 Secrets, that's the guy. 33 Secrets. That's the guy that has literally copied everything that Rollo has ever done, and he's got this huge following. And all he does is just parrot off of what Rollo has talked about. Hey, I'm not mad at the guy. I'm not knocking the hustle. The guy figured out how to make a very good living, telling people what they, what they already know, things of that nature. Secondly, you have to be consistent. People need to know when to find you and where to find you. Start off once a month, right? Then maybe once a week, then maybe twice a week after that, and so on and so forth. Thirdly, and this is very, very important, you have to have a catalog of topics. You have to have your episodes. You have to know what your episodes are months and months in advance. A lot of podcasters, they like to start off fast. They say, all right, I'm just going to think of one topic a day. What ends up happening is that they end up getting burned out because they've burned through their catalog, right? This is why you have to start slowly. But thinking of things to talk about every day, it's possible, but it's very difficult. I know what I know what I'm going to talk about. I don't have my notes up here, but I know exactly what I'm going to talk about on April the 14th of 2020. Like I've got all of my shows scheduled out that far. Now, if something happens or something comes along, or if I get a show topic suggestion from somebody that is not an evergreen topic, like something that I need to talk about right now, that's when I'll deviate, kind of move some things around. But by and large, you have got to have a catalog of topics. Again, you don't want to start off fast. You don't want to be doing this all the time because you will get burned out. So start off slow. Make sure you have a catalog of topics. Fourth, don't try to grow too fast, guys. Don't try to grow too fast. You have to wait until you build up a fan base. Don't be on the air for 6 months and then try to write a book. Don't be on the air for 3 months or a year and try to come out with a course. I've been at this for 3 years, and I just released my very first solo book. I've been at this now 3.5 years, actually, and I've just started doing the books. I've started getting into the courses. I know some guys who don't really have a catalog of topics. They don't really have a following, but they've got courses and books and all this other kind of stuff. And a lot of these guys are successful, but you'd be so much more successful if you just play the long game. Don't rush it. Don't try it. This isn't a get rich quick theme. When I first started my podcast, I had no idea that I would be doing this for a living. I had absolutely no idea. It just kind of happened that way. So don't try to grow too fast. Wait until you have a base. Here's another tip. People will trust you more if they know what you look like. When I first started my podcast, I was on SoundCloud. And I was on SoundCloud for, I don't know, maybe like a year and a half. Then on Labor Day of 2017, almost 2.5 years ago, that's when I showed my face for the very first time. That's when my podcast took off. And the thing is this, man, is like a lot of people, I was sort of nameless and faceless, right? Big shout out to for the $10 super chat. I'm going to get to that in just a second. And I get a lot of comments like, oh, this guy's probably fat, probably lives in his mom's basement. He's not who he says he is. That coupled with and actually, I got to give credit to O'Shea. He actually told me this. He says, listen, people trust you more if they know what you look like. So it's good to remain facially anonymous. Just understand, if you want to take it to the next level, if you really, really want to, if you really want to build a substantial following, then at some point you are going to have to show your face. Listen, there are guys, It's a Gundam, he's never shown his face. Turd Flinging Monkey's never shown his face. DDJ's never shown his face. They have tremendous followings, but these guys are the exception and not the rule. So I would lean on the side of showing your face. Again, doing red pill content and showing your face, it's definitely risky. But with great risk comes great reward. My next piece of advice, dude, don't lie. Just be authentic, man. A lot of guys like to make up stories. They like to parrot stories they've heard from other people. Wait a minute. That's exactly the same story that Donovan talked about, et cetera, et cetera. Be authentic. Here's another tip. Don't try to be everything to everybody. If everybody likes you, you have to be polarizing, right? If everybody likes you, you might do well. If most people don't like you, you might do well. You're not going to be successful if everybody loves you or everybody hates you. You have to be polarizing. Honestly, I didn't start really growing until I started getting haters. In the beginning, it was, Donovan, you're the man. Donovan, I listen to your content. I've been with you since the start, da-da-da-da-da. Only when I started getting haters, that's when things really, really, really started to take off for me. My next piece of advice, start slow. And I think I alluded to this earlier. Once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. Don't try to do too much too fast. You will get burned out. I do this full time, but it didn't start off that way. This started off as a hobby. This started off as a part-time hobby. I am now financially able to do this full time, which is why I can do this full time. Don't say, all right, well, I'm going to quit my job and start a podcast. Not smart. You got to be smart about it. My next piece of advice is to broadcast and post to as many platforms as humanly possible. I broadcast to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. I broadcast to Vimeo, BitChute, SoundCloud. The more platforms you are streaming to, the bigger a following that you are going to get. So those are sort of my tips and tricks of the trade for guys who are looking to maybe start a podcast and don't really know where to start. Those are my tips. Starting off. So you want to start a podcast. So that's my little riff there. All right, let me check out my super chat here. And for those of you wondering, do tattoos hurt? Yes. Now there's different levels of pain when it comes to tattoos, but all tattoos hurt on some level. Anybody who says tattoos don't hurt, they're lying to you. You're trying to be meathead, fucking red pill guy. All right. So big thanks goes out to Crash816 says, Donovan, I only disagree with you on sports and LTRs, my man. Best wishes to you in the new year. All right, very good. Thanks for the $10 super chat, Crash816. JD, Jack Donovan's butt plug with €2 says, thanks, Don, for all you do. I like these ink talks. Very good. Appreciate that. Dano Smith. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Oh, here we go. Deep one for thought says, how do you think the Saints' attempt of signing Antonio Brown for the playoffs is going to pan out? I think it's going to work out for the Saints. And I'm going to tell you what, dude. It's doubtful that Antonio Brown will play for the Saints in this postseason, but if they end up being able to sign him to a 2 or 3 year contract, it's a wrap. Like, dude, cancel Christmas, dude. The Saints are going to win. The Saints will win Super Bowls until one of the big three retires. Think about this. You've got Michael Thomas on one side, who set the NFL record for catches this season with 145, and we're still in week 6. We're only on week 17. We still got one game left. And then on the other side, you've got Antonio Brown, a surefire, not maybe a first ballot, Hall of Fame talent. Dude, absolutely. They will be absolutely unstoppable. Eugene Turner says Lincoln Riley needs to take the Cowboys. He's my first pick, or hire Coach Donovan. Yeah, I think Lincoln Riley would be a very good. He'd be a good fit for Dallas, for the Dallas Cowboys. I believe that him, or I think Urban Meyer has been rumored to having had interest in the Cowboys job. Dono Smith wants to know, do I think the Eagles will do good in the playoffs? No. If the Eagles get to the playoffs, we're going to have to play either the 49ers or the Seahawks. And both of those teams are much better than the Eagles. Our only shot is that as the NFC East champion, if we even get that, we'd have that playoff game at home. But no, I do not think the Eagles will do very well in the playoffs. That's just all there is to it. Joel O says, I'll disagree with that. Julian Jackson, pound for pound, has the biggest right hand. If you have never seen him, check out his highlights. No, I'm not talking pound for pound. I'm just talking period. And I know it's, we say pound for pound to keep it fair, but if Julian Jackson, whoever this guy is, were to fight Deontay Wilder hits harder than Julian Jackson. Valid argument for sure, but we're just talking about, just raw power. That's just all there is to it. Vale18 says, hey man, nice to see your face is healing up. Skin is looking better. Wanted to say thanks for what you do. My tattoo guy is smiling at me here because he introduced me to a soap called Hebe Cleanse. And I use Hebe Cleanse, and because of that, my face, I don't get as much acne on my face. He actually uses it to clean up my tattoos. Guys, it is the miracle freaking soap. So this episode of TSR Live Tattoo Edition is brought to you by Hebe Cleanse. Appreciate you noticing that. Big Brandon says the skill goes to Fury. Fury is like a heavyweight. Mayweather with his defensive abilities. Yes, Deontay Wilder is the stronger fighter. Fury is the better fighter. Fury is a far superior boxer to Deontay Wilder. Listen, Deontay Wilder he's one of the greatest champions ever. Fury is a better boxer, and he showed it that first time. Listen, man, Victor Ortiz was dominating Wilder before Wilder caught him with that right hand in the 7th round. If Victor Ortiz, at the age of 41 years old, can give Wilder fits, and think about this, the first time Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury wasn't even in shape yet. I think Tyson Fury's lost 50 pounds since that first fight. He's going to move better. He's probably got a little bit more power. Yeah, Wilder is a very good fighter. Wilder's a one-trick pony. But Tyson Fury is the far superior boxer. He's better defensively. He's better with his hand movement, his foot movement, and all that stuff. If Wilder catches Fury flush with a right hand, it's a wrap. So we'll see what happens. Modman says, my girlfriend came home at 6 a.m. and claimed that she was hanging with her gay male friends all night long and that she wasn't with anyone else. What would you do? Well, my tattoo guy just left at that. That's cute. What I would have done, and again, this is the difference between being jealous and insecure and being territorial. The difference between being insecure and being territorial is being insecure is reactive, being territorial is proactive. So in your case, my man, or whatever the case may be, committing to a woman who goes out and stays out all night, that was your first mistake. So what would I do? I can't tell you what I would do because I would never commit to a woman who goes out, and I don't give a shit who she says she's with. Doesn't matter. Do not commit to women who go to bars or clubs. That's all there is to it. You're not giving her an ultimatum. You're giving her a choice. So let's just say that she had been following the rules and had never gone out. Then all of a sudden she decides to go out without my knowledge. Oh, I was hanging with my gay male friends. Well, I don't give a shit if they were gay or not. Your ass is out the door. You know the rules. Okay. Duelist says, I think you're unique, Donovan. Yeah. Spencer says, any advice on becoming more unapologetic and breaking the conditioning? Yeah, it takes practice, man. It does. Yeah, it takes practice. It takes practice and experience. It really does. Modman says, Dono Smith, she gave me pics after 1 p.m. the following day, but it still doesn't answer where she was before. Yeah, she's gone. MGTOW Shadow says I skipped one of his answers or something like that. MGTOW Shadow says, I'll keep pushing it. I think it would be something, I don't know. Oh, so MGTOW Shadow says, is there a chance of you collabing with MGTOW in the future? I could see a strong alliance built between the Manosphere, but I think that you're the only one who could pull it off. Listen, doing collabs. Listen, I've actually done a couple of collabs with guys who call themselves MGTOWs. I've done collaborations with DDJ. I've done collaborations with Coach Greg Adams, and they've actually done quite well. So I mean, and again, MGTOWs and Red Pill guys, we're the same people. So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. MGTOW Shadow says, LOL, cool, I'm unsubbing. I'm actually a big content producer. This isn't my main channel. This is just one of my backups. You skipped my comment purposely, and that was your answer. Dude, fuck off. You see, this MGTOW Shadow guy, you see that, man? You see that? Dude, go fuck yourself, man. Get the fuck out of here. Man, I got fucking 166 people watching me. It's cool, I unsub. Dude, go fuck yourself. Fuck you and everybody like you. Dude, listen, check this out. I'll do collabs with MGTOWs, not doing collabs with you. Go fucking fuck yourself. Fuck off with that. I skipped your comment. Fuck you, man. The fuck out of here. I'm unsubbing. Good. Well, I'm actually, what am I supposed to do? Fucking apologize? Go fuck yourself. Fuck you. And tell everybody that you know to unsub. Fuck you. Fuck off. Can't stand you motherfuckers, man. Well, because you didn't bow down and lick my dick. Don't unsub, go fuck yourself. Fuck you, go fuck yourself. Fuck you guys. Man, I'm so sick of you fucks. You're a MGTOW. Dude, you're out of fucking MGTOW. You're a fucking scab. Go fucking fuck yourself. If you had such a big fucking channel, what are you doing on my channel? I cannot stand dudes like that. Oh, that's cool, I unsub. Fine, go fuck yourself. Sit and spin, dumbass. Can't stand motherfuckers like this. And I was totally cool too. I went up and I looked at his other comments and yeah, I'll do collaborations. LOL, I just unsub. Awesome. Go keep licking ass like other guys like you call yourself MGTOW. You're not a MGTOW, you're a scab. You're a scared, crying, angry baby. Go fuck yourself. Fuck out of here, man. Okay, let's see here. Oh, see, you guys love when I go in on these guys, don't you? That's funny as shit. See, I'm trying to be emotionally mature, right? I'm trying to hold frame. Jesus. Ay. Oh my God. Somebody thought that it was a bait. Yeah, listen. If it was baited, I took the bait. The fuck out of here, man. I can't stand guys like this, dude. I would call him another name, but I would most assuredly get my channel taken down. You guys know what I'm talking about. James Humbert says, where do you get inked? I'm in Vegas also. No, I'm not in Vegas anymore, James Humbert. Interestingly enough, I never got a tattoo when I was in Las Vegas. I never did, which is quite... Actually, no, I did. I was going to, but I ended up not getting one. And the reason I didn't, oh my God, I might actually do a podcast on that one. But yeah. I get inked up at my house, man. My tattoo guy is very good. I pay him a little extra. He comes here to my place and he does my tattoos for me on site. So I don't like going to tattoo parlors, man. I don't like all that stuff. I like having my guy come here. Jamal Killing says, hey, Donovan, do you think Philly should have kept Nick Foles at backup? Of course. The problem is that we owed it to Nick Foles to put him out on the free agent market. Dude, he won us a Super Bowl, man. And we knew that Nick Foles was never going to be the long-term solution. We knew it was going to be Carson Wentz, so we let him go. Now, Nick Foles has been replaced by Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville, which tells us, obviously, that we made the right... Anybody who says that Nick Foles is better than Carson Wentz, you don't watch football. Like, come on. Like, oh, God, these guys. There's actually a guy at the car dealership. Devin and I bought a new car 3-4 months ago. And he was saying, yeah, I think we let the wrong guy go, if you ask me. I said, and I could not agree more. And here we are 2, 3 months later. Guess what? Nick Foles is he got benched by something named Gardner Minshew, a freaking mustache. But I would love to have him back here in Philly. I would love for the Jaguars to release Nick Foles and for us to pick him back up. Ding Dong, your opinion is wrong, says, do you hate women? No, I don't hate women. No. Marco Radosevich, I hope I pronounced that correctly, says, Donovan Sharpe is better than the Joe Rogan experience. Appreciate the great content and advice. I appreciate it, man. I think Joe Rogan and I have very different shows. I think Rogan is a closet red pillar, but because he's mainstream, he can't really show it as much. I do share a birthday with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan was born on August 11th, 1960. There we go. All right. Looks like, okay. All right, I'm back. All right. God, even my internet is still giving me freaking problems. Shabazz says, I can't even say that Donovan Wilder caught Fury with that right hand and couldn't count Fury out. Fury has now absorbed that hit, so it will be even harder to use that right hand. I agree, Shabazz. For Deontay Wilder to get up after being knocked down by Tyson Fury, I think that shocked everybody, including Deontay Wilder. This is actually why Fury almost knocked down Wilder in the 12th round. Because after Wilder knocks him down, he looked at the crowd and said, it's over. No one has ever gotten up after being knocked down by Deontay Wilder, yet Tyson Fury did it twice. And that first knockdown, I think in the 7th or 8th round, that wasn't really even a knockdown. He caught him like on the back of the head. But Wilder knocked Fury down with a left and not his right. And he was out, but somehow Tyson Fury woke up and managed to come back and almost won the round. So Simon Shaw says, is this going to be about American sport all night? There's this girl at work I'm trying to bang, and I would really appreciate some help playing the long game. I have one-itis. Okay, Simon, I'm going to time you out. Because don't fucking question what I do my goddamn show about, man. All you have to do is post your question. Just say, well, is this going to be about American sports? You know what? If I want it to be about fucking sports, that's what the fuck I'm going to talk about. Just right, I'm going to time your ass out, and no, I'm not answering your question. Fuck you. Respectfully. Badass 1G says, face looking way better. What did you do to improve it? I appreciate you asking. I talked about this earlier. I used Hebe Cleanse, which was recommended by my tattoo guy. And it is an antibacterial, antimicrobial soap, and it has cleared up my skin. There's still a little bit of ways to go, but dude, I use it consistently, and it has cleared up my face. So, very, very good. Janik Latalian says, the fact that she had to insist that they were gay already indicates guilt. Could not agree more, Janik. Janik, definitely one of my guys. Chad Thundercock says, Donovan, what is the most attractive tattoo for a man to get, and does race matter type of tattoos? Oh my God. I don't know. I just know that men with tattoos are more arousing to women than men who do not. Listen, if you're going to get a tattoo, make sure you get a good tattoo guy to do a tattoo. I've made the mistake of hiring the wrong guy to do one of my tattoos, which is why I had to have this guy cover that one up, and he did a fantastic job. But I can't really say what the most attractive kind of tattoo is. Get tattoos that are meaningful to you. I'm getting an American flag because I love my country, man. Yeah, there's a lot that leaves to be there's a lot to be desired about the United States, but I'm proud to be an American, man. Being born and raised in America has afforded me the opportunities to do what I do. So I'm proud to be an American, and I'm going to show it on my arm. So Dano Smith says, why you got to be like that? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, Dano Smith to talk about. Yeah, Dano Smith says, you make MGTOW look bad. Yeah, like, what's up with that guy? Well, actually, I have a bigger channel, but this is just like B. Scott. Like, I did an episode, or I did part of an episode at the beginning, just roasting B. Scott. This nigga decides to send me an email. Well, I was thinking about apologizing, but after I saw that video, I decided not to. Nigga, fuck you. You weren't finna apologize to nobody, acting like a goddamn female. Fuck out of here. Janik Litaline says, I love the anger bursts. Just don't do one on me. Nah, man. You're cool with me, dude. You're cool with me. Listen, I'm a lot better than I used to be. I'll put it to you that way. Ben Silversleek says, which camera are you using at the moment? The quality is great. I'm using my iPhone XS, believe it or not. Crash816 says, I found you by the Coach Adams collab, and it's been great. Your advice is almost completely in line with MGTOW, and dudes benefit you, and dudes benefit you should do more. Yeah, I was actually going to reach out to Greg Adams probably sometime in February, but yeah. Listen, Greg Adams is as solid as they come. That guy, he and I are in lockstep. There are some fundamental differences between us two, but not enough to not call myself a MGTOW or Red Pill guy. So, Trav wants to know, what do I think about Fury versus Wilder 2? Oh, Fury versus Wilder 2. I think Fury's going to win that fight, man. Fury was, dude, the first fight, he was fat, he was out of shape, and he was still able to impose his will on Tyson Fury. So we'll see what happens in this next one. I think Wilder wins the rematch. Or I'm sorry, I think Fury wins the rematch, but it's not going to be a knockout. I think it's going to be Tyson Fury in a decision over Deontay Wilder. Now, if Wilder knocks him down, if Wilder knocks down Fury, Fury's not getting back up. If he catches Fury square on the chin with that devastating right hand, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Jay Phillips says, Donovan, he's trolling. Maybe he is. I always fall for that stuff. I can't stand these fucking MGTOW guys. Oh, shut the fuck up. You never subbed in the first place. Fuck out of here, man. Dr. Red Pill says, yes, Donovan, keep roasting these idiots. It just comes out, man. It just comes out. I'm not proud of my temper problem, but I'm not exactly it either. David Hunter wants to know what I'm getting a tattoo of. I'm getting a tattoo of an American flag because I love America. James Humbert says Vegas is big now. Lots of new women moving here. That's all the time, James. Dude, the women in Vegas are, you'll never, I lived in Vegas for almost 9 years. And I saw every day I was in Vegas, I saw new girls every day, without exception. Okay. Armando H says, I tried the vegan diet for 2 weeks. I slept better, but I found it hard to maintain long term. Okay. Chris Brennan says, I heard you say you were from Oklahoma a few times, Tulsa area, right? I'm about 45 minutes from there. I'm not from Oklahoma. That's actually Kevin Samuels, but I live in a very small town on the Texas border called Altus, Oklahoma, about an hour west of Lawton, Oklahoma. No, I'm not from Oklahoma, no. Crash18 says, hardest right and left ever in boxing. Mike Tyson gets my vote. You know what? Now, Crash18 has a point. The hardest right-left combination, definitely Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson, oh, by the way, he knocked out more guys with that left hook than he did with his right hook. Mike Tyson had a devastating left hook, man. It was crazy. God, you guys are killing me, man. Crash816 says, Donovan is the archetype of Jordan Peterson's disagreeable male, and it's freaking great. I'm just an asshole like that, man. And sometimes I try to curb it, but I don't know, I'm just naturally predisposed to be just disagreeable. I don't know why. I'm not a psychologist, but, you know, I guess it's part of my charm, I suppose. Badass1G says, Seahawks or Niners tonight? I gotta go with the Hawks tonight, man. I gotta go with the Seahawks. Hashtag beast mode. I think beast mode is probably gonna rush for 50 yards, but the 50 yards that he rushes for, those are going to lift up the crowd. Egg with a big time space. That's a good argument. Conor McGregor he's a zillionaire now. And when fighters get rich, they get soft. And Conor McGregor, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Xanatos Clutch says, shout out to the NFC East leading, the NFC least being determined on week 17, like everyone predicted, including myself. Yes, you did. DSPA Bikes. Oh, my fault. Oh, wow, this is looking really cool. Man, oh, man. DSPA Bikes says sport that women is greater than sports. Negative. Sports is better than women, dude. Trust me. Disco Jensen says tech support is greater than child support. Yeah, right. Marko Radasovic, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, he says, in 2040, MGTOW Red Pill will be mainstream and there will be a crisis in media. I think you're right, but I think you're late. I think by 2025, I think Red Pill with a $5 super chat. I guess I'm frozen up again. Boy, my internet is really funky today. The Practical Stoic says, what's up, Donovan? I love that hilarious beta voice. Cracks me up. Don't feed the land whales drinking my shake. About to get some peace, leave in a bit. You talking about the beta Donovan voice? I love you. Ali Nur says, have you considered doing a lecture tour in the UK? Yes, I will absolutely be touring in the UK, probably within the next 2-3 years or so. I'm doing my first tour this summer. It's going to be strictly the United States. Then I will take my act overseas either the following year or the year after. So 2020, my first tour, 2021 or 2022. That's when I'm going to be doing some. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be in the UK for sure. Cool and Kofi says, "What's that buzzing sound?" That is the tattoo needle. Robert Will says, "I'm just Philly." Cool and Kofi says, "You're a Leo Donovan disagreeable." I guess maybe I don't know. But yeah, I'm just a disagreeable dude, man. Just for no other reason but that I just want to disagree. KB Scoop says, pound for pound, best boxer of all time, Floyd Mayweather. I'm not going to argue with you. I'll put it to you this way. Floyd Mayweather is arguably the greatest pound for pound fighter. I've never seen anybody like Floyd Mayweather. Never seen anybody like him. The guy is unbelievable. The other dog. Our neighbors live right on top of us. Or they don't live on top of us. We have a girl, like our neighbors, their entire townhouse is on the top floor. So they go in on the bottom floor and they walk up. So their master bedroom is right on top of our garage. It's actually quite unique. Afian Farah says, is bodybuilding a great way to get with a lot of girls? Yes. Yes. Roy Jones. Ooh, I forgot about Roy Jones. Dude, Roy Jones was the man. Roy Jones was the man. Dude, I remember, dude, it was 96. I think it was Roy Jones versus, I think it was Antonio Griffin. I can't remember. Montel Griffin. And this was when I was in college. And that was the first fight that he lost. He lost to Montel Griffin because he hit Montel Griffin while Griffin was on a knee. It was freaking hilarious. Robert Will says, but we all love Mike Tyson the most. Absolutely. Listen, Mike Tyson is my favorite boxer of all time. Dude, I grew up on Mike Tyson, man. Like, dude, when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, Mike Tyson was the baddest man on the planet. I didn't believe it when people told me Mike Tyson got knocked out by Buster Douglas. No, he didn't. Like, I did not believe it. Didn't believe it. Oh, man, here we go. Yosha says, LeBron or MJ the GOAT? I don't know, man. I think that LeBron is a better offensive player than Jordan, but Jordan is the greatest scorer we've ever seen. But I'll put it to you this way, guys. I'll put it to you this way. What you have to understand is that we're all calling Michael Jordan the greatest player, NBA player of all time. but he doesn't lead in any statistics. Okay, he has 6 rings. Bill Russell has 11 points per game. Michael Jordan is not. He doesn't have the high either Wilt or Abdul-Jabbar, but he's not the number one. He's not number one in points scored. That's Karl Malone. He's not number one in assists. That's John Stockton. He's not number one in rebounds. I don't know who it is. Might be Dennis Rodman. So Michael Jordan is not at the top of any category. I think the reason why Michael Jordan is considered to be the greatest of all time is because of marketing. Because those of you guys who are old enough to remember, Michael Jordan was being called the GOAT after his 3rd title. Okay? He'd only won 3 titles, yet people were calling Jordan the greatest of all time. I think a lot of this had to do with where the NBA was. We want to be like Mike, the Jordan brand, Wheaties boxes, McDonald's commercials. So I think a lot of that has to do with marketing. Michael Jordan is one of the greatest players of all time. I'm not going to give him that. I don't think he is the... Jesus, this is an endless debate. And I'm in that age range where I watched most of Jordan's career. I've watched all of LeBron's career. LeBron's a better overall player. Jordan's a better scorer. Jordan has more tenacity. Jordan, he actually played better defense. But LeBron, if LeBron could score 40 a night if he wants to, but that's not his game, right? If LeBron wanted to be the greatest scorer the NBA has ever seen, he could absolutely do that. And yes, Janik Lataline says Kareem was hilarious in Airplane. Yes, the hell he was. So, I don't know. Jordan versus LeBron, I don't know, man. If I had one game to win for my life, I'm going with Jordan. But if I'm looking for a guy to fill up the stat sheet, I'm going with LeBron. So, I know you guys are going to go fucking crazy with that now. Yeah, the trolls are heavy today, as they always are. Jordan definitely more clutch. I will 100% agree with that. D-Wee says MJ is the most accomplished. LeBron is the better player overall. I'll put it to you this way. I actually did a podcast on this. Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. LeBron is the best player of all time. MJ is the GOAT. LeBron is the BOAT. Tom Brady is the GOAT. Aaron Rodgers is the BOAT. That's the best way I can put it, guys. That's the best way I can put it. Disco Jansen says, fly off with that BS. I don't know who he's talking about. He says, Donovan, is this true? I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Police report on a Reddit thread. I don't know, and whatever. Yes, D-Wee says people forget how dominant Kareem was. Dude, Kareem was the man, dude. Kareem was the man. NBA is absolutely soft now. Mike, Kareem, LeBron. I'll go with that list. MJ was clutch. He only lost when he wanted to lose. Janik Lataline says, my last name is a mess. Don't worry about it. Oh, I appreciate it. Big Brandon says, Bill Russell has the most chips. Havlicek, best finals record. And James is like Magic but can score more. Yes, LeBron's game was more Magic than Michael, for sure. Or is more Magic than Michael, for sure. Jordan's kryptonite was the Detroit Pistons. That's right. And for a while, I'll tell you something else. LeBron's kryptonite used to be the Boston Celtics. He had to overcome those guys as well. Tom Brady was not a better field general than Peyton. Yeah, Peyton Manning is Peyton Manning is the greatest regular season quarterback absolutely ever. Yosha says, greatest rapper according to you, your most favorite ever. Oh no, you guys are killing me. My Mount Rushmore of the greatest MCs of all time, number one is Rakim. Number two, I got to go with Biggie. Number three, I'm going Tupac. Number four, Ledoux Boy says, off to watch football, fly Eagles fly. Yeah, the Eagles don't play. Yeah, the games are kicking off now. The Eagles don't play until 4 o'clock. Umarion E says, is someone cutting hair in the background? No, I'm actually getting a tattoo. R.A. Williams says, R.A. Williams, a.k.a. Black Mullet 40, says KRS1, then Rakim. I put KRS1 number 5. So my Mount Rushmore of the greatest MCs of all time. Number 1, Rakim. 2, Biggie. 3, Tupac. And number 4, Nas. George Bogan, good to see you in here. Sir Isaac D. Niggin Snoot says Rakim 1, KRS 2, Guru 3, Redman 4, Nas 5. Yeah, Nas was definitely one of the great. Dude, Illmatic and It Was Written. Illmatic might be the greatest rap album of all time, man. And It Was Written, that came close. Okay, here we go. We got another one. Big L, Eminem, Biggie, Pac, and Nas. Again, this is Mount Rushmore, guys, so only 4. Only 4. 194 people in here watching. Spencer says Nas is the GOAT and his music is timeless. Yosha says Eminem. Dude, oh my God, Eminem. See, Eminem is going to lose points in public opinion because Eminem is white. But Eminem, man, dude can flow, man. That dude can flow. Solo Ben says Eminem LMAO. Come on, man. Like, come on. You got to give respect to that white boy out of Detroit. Like, let's not pretend Eminem can't flow. Come on. Michael Batiste says Snoop, Nas, Tupac, and Eminem. Maleka Mebane says, who is on my Mount Rushmore of martial artists? Dude, I'm going Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Jackie Chan. God almighty. I can't even think of who number 4 would be. That's a good one. Oh, wow. Look how this is coming on. That's how my tattoo is coming along so far, guys. All right. Looking good, man. Oh, you're using that wide needle for the... Oh, wow. Okay, I see. So far, so good, guys. Michael Jai White. Jim Kelly. KB Scoop says there's a few threads in the feed on women proposing to men. Quick thoughts. Women shouldn't propose to men. That's all there is to it. David Hunter says the greatest MMA fighters of all time. The greatest MMA fighter, the best MMA fighter of all time is John Jones. The greatest, the Spider, Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva, he's the greatest MMA fighter I've ever seen. Hoist Gracie's probably up there as well. Okay, Bruce Lee, Jim Kelly. Yeah, Jim Kelly, forgot about him. Jackie Chan and Dolomite. You are stupid. Talk about some Dolomite. Nigga, you stupid. Talking about some Dolomite. You stupid as hell. Man, you over here got me laughing. I'm over here getting ink and shit. This nigga said Dolomite. Oh my God. You are stupid. Bruce Leroy. Oh my God. This dude says Dolomite. Oh my God. That's some funny shit. Oh my God. Kimbo Slice getting votes. He said Dolomite. Oh my God. Oh shit. Steven Seagal. That's funny as hell, man. Oh my God. GSP, George St. Pierre, Chuck Norris. Absolutely. Why is my door being opened and closed constantly? Like, what the hell is going on out there? Devin's actually getting her hair done in the other room. David Hunter says that my favorite rap group of all time is the Goody Mob. Yeah, people don't dance no more. All they do is this. Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah, dude, Wu-Tang. Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, man. More solo artists came out of Wu-Tang Clan than anybody. Woo. Top 5 hottest females right now. Oh my God. They're asking me some good ones, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we are. Thank you. So he's on the soft underbelly of my skin. Solom Edge says, why do Asian girls like white guys so much? Because white guys are at the top of the sexual totem pole, guys. Now niggas gonna come out. No, they're not. Black men are. No. Black men are number 2, not by much, but dude, listen, man. I'm not even getting into that. I'm not getting into that. Israel, now that's a good one. You know what? You guys are giving me Dono Smith says, are white guys at the top because of what? See, here we go. I knew that this would happen. White guys are at the top of the sexual food chain. If you want to know why, go back to episodes 37 and 37 and a half. I think it's 37 part 2. Dude, white boys are everybody's type, man. Only recently did black men start becoming everybody's type, at least admitted, right? When it comes down to it, like black men, like we as black men, we're definitely some of the most preferred guys out there. But white guys have their pick in most women. Most women like white guys better than anybody else. That's just all there is to it. Egg says, do Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar make your top 10? Definitely. Definitely. Conor McGregor, Asian men are the black women of the sexual marketplace opinion. Yeah, I agree with that. Yep. Asian men are the black women of the SMV. That's funny as hell. I'm telling you, my audience, man. My audience, they're not afraid. They're not scared. Disco Jensen says, I beg to differ. Half black, half Asian. Wanted all my life by women. You're the exception to the rule. Listen, we all know of a black woman or two who can have any man she wants. We know, right? But the exception does not make the rule, guys. It does not make the rules. Jeremy Binion says, no, you are Donovan. White guys are at the top, black guys are second. However, if you're a black guy with looks, money, and game, they're just like a white guy. Yeah, listen, you got to have the game. That's just all there is to it. Top 5 female rappers of all time? Trick question. Trick question. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring this bad boy to a close. My thanks to all of my super chatters for the short for the support. I'm going to see if I'm actually going to fire up a couple of football games up here. The Eagles don't play until 4, 4:15, 4:25, 4:30, something like that. So I'm just going to take it easy, get the rest of my tattoo done, and we'll see what happens. I will post the the finished product as soon as we're done here. We got a couple more hours to go. We started about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, something like that. But my thanks to everyone in the chat. Thanks to all my super chatters, and I will see you guys on the flip side.